you can expect that there's going to be a lot of fury, a lot of resistance from the mainstream media as more and more of these policies come into play. Again, Donald Trump shutting down the border just as soon as he came in. He's got a lot of power to do so. One, because you know what? He's been through this before. He knows what he's up against, and he's not willing to put up with it the way that maybe, you know, as a newcomer, you were willing to do so before. So here's MSNBC going to town furious about one of the first things that Donald Trump does. Here, let's take a look.
One of the very first things the new administration did was to shut down a government app. That app allowed migrants to schedule their appointments to cross the border at a port of entry. It's been used by almost 1 million immigrants.
Okay, well, she's right. That's exactly what he did. He shut down the app. They're not happy about it, but he promised he would. He shut down that border app, which was allowing migrants to legally enter the United States. Whether or not he can do that, I'm actually not entirely sure. I think this was an executive order type thing. I think that they're putting a stop on people coming in, at least temporarily so, until they can kind of get their hands and heads around this. This is why you saw the port of entry there in El Paso, Texas, shutting down today. This is all part of his effort to get the border situation under control. And, you know, for whatever reason, and you can speculate as to why this is. I mean, a lot of people worry that it's really sort of more of this gerrymandering type thing, that they were trying to bring illegal migrants into the country and somehow get them a path to citizenship so that they would then in turn vote for more Democrats. But I'll tell you, first of all, it's not that predictable because Hispanics overwhelmingly, shockingly, you know, is a massive increase in the percentage of Hispanics were voting for Donald Trump. So it turns out it was kind of a bad, flawed strategy on behalf of those Democrats that were trying to position it. But also, you know, you've got Tom Homan now coming in saying he means business and he's willing to take some of these chances and do what's needed to secure this country.
Blowing your cover when I announced that there's going to be a big raid in Chicago on Tuesday? Or do you want people to know? Maybe they can self-deport.
There's going to be a big raid all across the country. Chicago is just one of many places. We got 24 field officers across the country. On Tuesday, you're going to expect ICE. ICE is finally going to go out and do their job. We're going to take the handcuffs off ICE and let them go arrest criminal aliens. That's what's going to happen.
So that's expected to begin tomorrow. But as I said, you see the border shutting down. You see the app that you would be applying for asylum shutting down. Donald Trump really coming out swinging here in a big, big way. And the guy who's running the whole operation, he means business. I mean, Tom Homan is no joke. I've known him for many, many years. He's the salt of the earth, a wonderful guy, but he's not messing around. He told CBS News as much a few months back.
One estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
You see? So I would expect a lot to be happening in the next couple of days. I mean, this guy, he's not messing around. He's absolutely not messing around. He's gonna see a lot of anguish from the mainstream media, as well as from one Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and a few others there in the extreme left.